So simple, so delicious. Hey guys, it's Jordan. Welcome back to another video. Today I am giving you another vegan Aldi haul, but this one we are including some meal and recipe ideas. Just opened a brand new Aldi. Well, I don't think they just opened it. It's been open for a while, but I finally jumped back in and started going to Aldi, and I found some new good items that I wanted to share with you. First up is this organic baby spinach and arugula mix. I love this because it is only $2.49. Typically at my grocery store that I go to, it's usually $3. So nice to have greens already washed, ready to go. Typically what I do is I take them out of this container, or I put a paper towel into the container. That soaks up the moisture really well, and your greens will last a lot longer. I'll be using it especially in my salads that I have for lunch every day, which I'll show you, and I'll be putting it in Jack's pasta salad. Also bought a spaghetti squash. They only had these smaller, medium-sized spaghetti squash, which is fine. It makes it easier to cut. But I'll actually be making this later this week. I've been making a spaghetti squash noodle with peanut sauce and veggies, kind of like a stir fry, like a peanut sauce stir fry. So delicious. That recipe will actually be in my next video, so stay tuned for that. Also got a can of enchilada sauce. This is a very large can, and it was only $1.69, which is great. This is just a red enchilada sauce. Enchilada sauce is always forgotten about, but it has so much flavor, and it's so delicious in so many recipes. Water, red pepper, some garlic, some vinegar, some cumin, and some paprika. So the main recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is a sweet potato enchilada casserole that's only 5 ingredients, and this is one of them. Because I'm shopping at Aldi and getting all these ingredients too, not only is it easy, but it's super duper budget friendly. I also found some organic black beans. Now the last Aldi haul that I did, you guys were telling me in the comments, because I showed some beans, but they were like their regular store brand beans. You're like, whoa, they're not organic. They might not be BPA free like the can, but these are. Eating plant-based, it's so great to have beans on hand, especially canned beans. You can quickly rinse and drain them, and they taste just as delicious. The thing I love about Aldi is you can find organic canned beans for only 89 cents a can. The regular grocery store, these would be $1, so I'm saving over 10 cents with these. Got this 3-pound bag of sweet potatoes. This is bigger than my head for only $1.99. This will last me way past this week. I'm gonna roast some up for that casserole that I talked about, as well as some to give to Jackson as treats. That's a super easy dog treat. Just slice up a sweet potato, don't season it or anything, don't even have to add oil, just throw it in the oven or the toaster oven, and if you make them into little discs or little pieces, just put them into the fridge once they're soft. He loves them. It's like the cheapest treat, and it's so good for him. I also found vegan cheese at Aldi. I'm so excited, and I think it's a lot like the Trader Joe's vegan mozzarella, which I'm really excited about because I love that mozzarella. I used it in a few of the recipes in my Plans for Supper ebook because I just love how it melts. It gets nice and melted and brown on the top when you put it in the oven, so I'm super excited to try this out. This bag for these vegan mozzarella style shreds was only $3.29, which is pretty good because vegan cheese tends to be pretty expensive. And I like this one too because the ingredients are pretty good on it. Also got some unsweetened almond milk, and this one is vanilla flavored. I've been adding this to my smoothies along with a protein powder. I love the added flavor of the vanilla. It's just so good. It's so good too with cereal, granola, whatever you use milk for. Just don't use it in savory recipes, even though it's unsweetened because it tastes like vanilla. But I love that Aldi has an organic unsweetened almond milk. That's so great. It was $2.25, which again is a lot cheaper than the almond milk that I usually buy. The store brand at the other store that I go to is typically $2.99. So saving over 50 cents by buying from Aldi. Always add greens to my smoothies, and I love having frozen greens on hand versus fresh greens. Fresh greens are great, but frozen greens to a smoothie is so good because then it's already frozen. It's gonna add to that like icy quality to the smoothie. They're already a really good texture versus sometimes like some leafy greens can kind of change the texture of your smoothie. And plus you don't have to worry about it going bad. So this is organic chopped spinach. It's already cooked. You don't even have to use as much greens in the smoothie when you're using frozen. You can just do like a 1/4 cup or 1/3 of a cup because they're already cooked. And you know how when you cook greens, they get really small and they cook down. So you're actually getting more per scoop than having to add like a bunch of handfuls of greens. This bag of organic chopped spinach was only $1.89. Also in the freezer section, I found these veggie burgers and they have a ton of other veggie kind of meats, tons of different kinds of veggie burgers. They had vegan meatballs, I think, lots of different stuff that I'm excited to try, but I was really excited about these veggie patties. They're just a mix of a bunch of different vegetables, basically made into kind of like a fritter or like a patty. What I'm going to do with these is toast them up and add them to my salads this week along with some dressing just to add a different kind of texture and even more veggies. It's everything that I bought from Aldi this week. Hi, honey. Now we're gonna get into some of the meal ideas and I'll show you what I did with these groceries. For our first recipe, we are going to make a sweet potato enchilada black bean casserole. These are all the ingredients we're going to need. So some sweet potatoes, some of those greens, the enchilada sauce, black beans, and the vegan cheese. You're gonna start by slicing your sweet potatoes very thin as you possibly can to 1/4 of an inch thick or thinner. Then just start spreading some of the enchilada sauce on the bottom of your casserole dish. Then you're going to layer your sweet potato rounds just in one layer but slightly overlapping them. Then you'll go in with about 1 cup of beans, cover it with some cheese, then about 1 cup or so of your greens, and then you're just gonna continue layering. So another layer of sweet potato, some more beans, some more sauce, and really you can layer this however you want. Some more cheese, another layer of greens, and whatever you have left of the beans and the sauce on top, and then just make sure you finish it with a layer of cheese so the cheese gets nice and bubbly on top. We're gonna cover this and put it in a 375-degree oven for 1 hour. Then you can turn on the broiler and it gets nice and melty and cheesy on top. I just garnished it with a little bit of cilantro. Now make sure that your potatoes are cooked all the way through. Mine were in about 1 hour, but just check yours to make sure because all ovens vary. And that's what you're looking for it to be done, is for those potatoes to be nice and tender and soft. I use the veggie burgers for my lunches, so what I would do is just pop one in the toaster oven, or you could have done multiple at a time to meal prep. And while that was going, I just made my salad with some of the greens, added the veggie patty on there, and then I also sauteed up some frozen broccoli with some soy sauce along with some tempeh strips, also just with some soy sauce or gluten-free tamari. And then I just drizzled on some tahini and some sriracha as my dressing. It was so good. Those veggie patties, they have like a really good flaky texture. I highly recommend them. If you want to see more vegan food hauls, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel down below so you don't miss any other videos. And if you like this style of video, you may also like my Instagram. I'm always posting to my stories lots of different things that I'm buying. Sometimes I'll even do mini hauls in my stories. If you have any favorites from Aldi, make sure you let me know down in the comments below. Leave your video requests for upcoming videos down below. I love to know what you guys want to see more of, what you don't want to see, what you like, what you don't like. Come let me know. All right, I think that's everything. So I will see you guys next week for another one.